about it. I mean, some of them you remember because some of them were recent, like Weaver's great game, Nolan Arenado's Father's Day walk-off cycle 5 years ago in Denver. And then there are a lot of things that you didn't remember. Willie Stargell had a 3-homer day on Father's Day. Hank Aaron had only, I think, 2 3-home-run games in his career. One of them came on Father's Day. So it's a fun read, and Rhett contributed to that.
That's great stuff. Rhett's a good dude. Really good dude.
Got a man aboard to start the inning once again for the Angels, and a swing and a miss by Mike Trout. It's 1-1. Jim Bunning pitched a perfect game on Father's Day in 1964. I don't think the rest of the Philly season went according to plan that year.
Well, until the end. I barely remember that, but it's a, you know, part of your fabric of growing up a Philly fan.
95-mile-an-hour fastball right on the corner, and it's 1-2.
Trout's hit some fastballs out in this series. They'll be tested here today. 12 home runs this entire year versus fastballs for Trout. So 12 of the 20 home runs on fastballs.
Does he triple up on the heater here? Let's see. A ball and 2 strikes to Trout. Nobody out, a man on. Threw him another fastball right down the middle of the plate, too.
And that was Trout's zone there. I think he was trying to elevate, but he missed it. Trout had a pretty good hack at it.
Logan Gilbert averages 96 miles an hour with his heater. That's a top 10 velocity among major league starters. He's thrown 3 straight to Mike Trout. Make that 4 straight. The next 1-2. Back at him with another fastball.
And he's pretty effortless in his delivery with his fastball to have that type of velocity, though. 6'6", tall. They good downward action on it, but pretty consistent with that fastball. 224, 4 home runs allowed, but 42 strikeouts with his fastball this season.
This is where, when you're Mike Trout, there's got to be some thought in your mind that he's going to throw you a wrinkle. Is he going to try to throw him 6 straight heaters?
That was his off-speed pitch throwing the first base. I think he's going right back. I think he's missed so far. I still think he wants to try to run a fastball at upper third or above it.
It's a good battle here with a man on and nobody out. The next 1-2. Maybe wanted to get a swing there, pop him up.
You see that life he has on, especially upper part of the strike zone.
When's the last time anybody threw Mike Trout 6 straight fastballs? Really? I know he's seen more heaters this year than he has in the past. 7 in a row.
I think part of it is you look at numbers against Trout, though. He's hit breaking pitches pretty well. And his, against the fastballs before this series, he's struggled somewhat against fastballs. So your mindset is he's been late on my fastball. If I throw a breaking ball, I might speed up his bat, and before you know it, it's a 2-0 deficit.
The 3-2 pitch. This is something. 8 straight fastballs. He had the opportunity based on the count when it was 1-2 or even 2-2 to throw the breaking ball there and maybe, try to make Trout get himself out, which doesn't happen very often. Pitch number 9. Trout's ready for the heater this time. High and deep to right center field, and he did it again! One too many fastballs, Cha-Cha. Gotcha!
And he's pointing out in the bullpen already. Life in the fast lane for Mike Trout. Are you kidding me?
A 9th straight heater. And Trout has homered in Seattle again.
And it's like the exact same spot.
Oh, man.
I know Beckham's back home watching the game going, way to go, Dad. I cannot believe he homered again. That's just mind-boggling. I don't know if I can even say that.
5 homers, 8 runs batted in for the King of Seattle.